That's it. I quit. Let me explain. You see, my older brother was the star basketball player. At 13 years old, people expected the same from me, but I couldn't even make a layup. I knew I would never rise above the rim. I just wanted my time back for more important things, like TV and potato chips. So I quit the basketball team. Now, I had a baby girl last summer. Her head looks like a small basketball. Maybe that's why sometimes I look at my daughter and wonder, what will you rise above? I can't give her the answer. I can only share what I learned. Like, remember high school? Did you ever look in the mirror to triple check? Hair just right? No, no one. One day I looked in the mirror, like always. My right eye looked like a giant grapefruit. Now, steroids fixed most of that swelling, but my blood sugar soared to over 700. I was a diabetic. And what's the first prize the nurse gives you? That's right, it's a shiny needle. You've won lifelong injections. I was frustrated. I wanted to quit. Who wants to jab a needle in their belly? I thought, not this time, nurse. I tried to negotiate. Nurse, I don't know how I got diabetes, and my eye still looks like Chewbacca. Can I come back in a week or two? No? No? That didn't work. Next, the nurse outlawed my food. No soda, no candy, no potato chips. I didn't listen. I wasn't the best diabetic until I met a girl. It's always a girl, right? I researched vegetables. Neither potatoes nor potato chips made the list. The things men do for women. I quit potato chips. And after many actions like this, my condition improved significantly. That became the foundation for everything that came next. You see, around this time, my dad saw an ad for a cheap karate class in the newspaper. He threw away. My friends all did karate, but we were lower middle class. We couldn't afford karate. We couldn't even afford to buy a second copy of that newspaper. But then my brother found $5 for me in my dad's wallet. I ran to the 7-Eleven. Time slowed down. I opened the newspaper. We could afford karate. Yeah. Now in high school, I was weak. A big string bean. At karate class, when we put those big sparring gloves on, I couldn't hold my hands up. So I got punched a lot. Sometimes I cried at the gym bathroom mirror. It hurt. I wanted to quit. But then one day I thought, not this time, man in the mirror. I would not quit. I would not fail. I went out to the ring and I got beat up again. But I kept at it, and I got better. So much better, they asked me to teach karate. But here's the thing about me. I never liked talking to people. As a kid, I was library in a graveyard quiet. Teaching karate helped me find my voice. That helped me years later when I visited a cult-like speaking group. The good kind of cult, like Tesla or CrossFit. Now imagine it's your first time here. You sit way in the back. Then you hear your name called. You walk up to the front of a room full of strangers and hear, "Tell me a ghost story." Tell me a ghost story. Are you crazy? Who's ever yelled inside like this? Never. Like you, I was scared. I wanted to quit. What do you think I said to myself? That's right. Oh no, not this time. I made up a story. No one laughed. No one cried. The light turned green. I survived. A year later, I read a speech, hiding behind a podium. And a wise man said, you should tell that speech in the too many syllables to remember competition. Wait, the what? Did you just see my speech? He did. Now, all this rising might leave you disoriented. It's okay, I understand. If someone asked me if I wanted to become a diabetic, get punched in the face over and over again, or listen to feedback on my speaking, organization, vocal variety, gestures, humor, and movement, what do you think I would say? No. But we all have our challenges. So one day, when my daughter grows up, and she's past rolling her eyes at my stories, I'll just tell her, life handed me a basketball and I threw it back. And no one remembers. We will remember what we overcome. Let that be our gift to each other. So anytime we see the mirror, we're free to wonder, what will you rise above next?